Hey guys, my name is Matimi0, and more information about Battlefield 3 has been released, and this time it's about vehicle customization, and I kind of wanted to go over this article on the Battlefield 3 blog. I will leave a link in the description if you want to go check it out yourself, but yeah, let's get started. So apparently there is going to be over 20 vehicles in the multiplayer, and this is going to be spread over 12 different classes. And what I'm assuming what they mean by classes is you're going to have a helicopter, and there's going to be different variations of that helicopter, but they're essentially the same class. Same for jets and tanks, and that's going to contribute to the 20 total, or over 20 total drivable vehicles in the multiplayer. But there's going to be a lot of different variations, so it's going to be really cool in that aspect. But apparently, and I think this is probably the coolest part of the article, is that there is going to be 80 specializations that are going to be spread out over the 12 classes. So I'm not sure if it's going to be 80 unique specializations, so for each vehicle, well, I know that's not going to be the case, but if each specialization, let's say there's an ammo upgrade for a tank, and let's say you can use that ammo upgrade on other vehicles, does that count towards 5 of the 80 that they're claiming, or is it really 80 unique? Just depending on the vehicle that you're actually using. It's going to be interesting to see actually what they mean by this, but overall it's going to be a lot of different specializations, and people are really going to be able to customize a vehicle to how they want to play the game and how they want to actually adapt to a situation to, because the Battlefield, that's what's so great about Battlefield, is that you come across a situation, you're not pigeonholed down one way, and you can really change the way your character is customized to fit that situation and then deal with it, which is so fantastic, which is what I really love about the franchise. And they're also saying this, they say this in the article actually, so there's going to be jets, and those jets are going to have the capability to either be equipped with anti-air missiles, or they're going to have missiles that are able to harass tanks on the ground. So you're not going to have both, or at least that's what it seems like. And you're really going to have to choose what kind of role you want to play in certain situations. So let's say, for example, you're versed an enemy pilot who's a total badass and he's taking out all of your tanks. It would probably be pretty beneficial to your team if you stop using your anti-ground missiles and switch to your anti-air. It'll be interesting to see how people will adapt to situations. You can't force people to actually use all the tools at their disposal, and they may just be stubborn and only stick to the one role that they think that they should be playing. But I think I think it's great that they're going to have the different options to play different roles with different vehicles. I think that's sweet. So they have also said that there is going to be 3 slots that you can actually customize on your vehicle, and I know this is not new news, but they actually now have clarified what each slot is going to be. And the first slot is going to be your secondary weapon slot, and they've already said that there's going to be LMGs on your tanks, and they haven't really clarified on what the other secondary weapons for vehicles are really going to be, but I'm assuming it's just going to be, your secondary weapon. So while your primary missile or whatever is reloading, you can be firing this off to hopefully take out some enemies as well. The second slot is your gadget slot, and I'm kind of speculating this is going to be used for maybe increasing the speed of your tank, maybe giving it some thermal camo, stuff like that. I'm not really sure. But the third slot is your upgrade slot, and this may be your ammo, your actual ammunition, maybe do more damage, maybe the type of ammunition, stuff like that. So interesting to see what these actually mean, but that's kind of my speculation, my take on that. So another thing that a lot of people really don't like about vehicles is that they are going to have the ability to actually regenerate health, just like soldiers will, as long as those vehicles are not disabled. They say this in the article, and the reasoning behind this is that they really want players who are not actually engineers to have the capability to actually be successful in a tank or a vehicle and not feel like they're being punished for not being an engineer. And so if your vehicle does get damaged, you can kind of go over that hill, hide for a second, come back, and you're going to be at full health, or at least that's what I'm assuming. There really hasn't been a whole lot of information on the health regen and how quickly it is, or how long it takes for it to kick in, or anything like that. But there's been a lot of people critiquing that it's overpowered already, and I find this kind of ridiculous because, what they're saying is that health regeneration and the fact that there's going to be so much customization to these vehicles, that vehicles are going to be behemoths, they're going to be overpowered, and I find this notion to be absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. Nobody knows how powerful these vehicles are, or how many shots it will take someone to actually take out a infantry unit from a helicopter. This information hasn't been released. No one has played, or there's only a select few people that have actually played the game with vehicles, and I think it's ridiculous when people just kind of randomly say that it's going to be overpowered. We don't know yet. So if this is you, wait until the beta. Hopefully there's going to be vehicles, and we can then make a informed decision about vehicles, and hopefully they will take our constructive criticism and change the game for the better. But yeah, so that's just kind of my rant about them ranting about overpowered stuff. Yeah. So this about wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you give this video a rating. But also, if you'd like to see more videos from me, some more Battlefield 3 news that I like to provide you guys, make sure to check out my channel and subscribe. But until next time, everyone, have a good one and take it easy.